Oh, there you are! Hey kids! Welcome to another day of hearing amazing stories and learning about life. I'm Harlette and I will be reading you a story that will teach us about accepting that everyone is different, embracing their own differences, building our self-confidence and self-esteem, and most especially will teach us to self-love. This book is entitled Giraffes Can't Dance, written by Giles Andre and illustrated by Guy Parker Rees. Let's begin! Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and matching shoots of trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthog started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and the 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald!" the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool!" "Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clod." So he crept up from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before. So sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," caved a cricket who'd seen Gerald earlier on. "But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song." "Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to." With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing around. He threw his legs out sideways, and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful, his mouth was open wide. "I am dancing! Yes, I am dancing! I am dancing!" Gerald cried. Then, one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him, quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen! How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how. But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. We all can dance, he said, when we find music that we love. The end. Okay, kids, have you learned something from the book that I have read a while ago? I want you to reflect and understand the message of it, because there is so much goodness in this book that I feel is very necessary for us to live with our everyday lives as humans. We must realize that being different from others does not make us less than, and that our uniqueness is not a flaw. We are all amazing, capable, and one-of-a-kind individuals. We also have quirks that make us perfectly imperfect, and the fact that we aren't all the same can be embraced and encouraged. Gerald the Giraffe is just a perfect example that when we embrace who we are, when we truly allow ourselves to be what we want to be, there is freedom. The freedom that will make us experience and feel genuine happiness coming from within, for being who and what we are. A freedom of confidence, pride, and love. This book encourages us to realize that we as unique beings do not have to conform to anyone's standards and opinions in order to fit in. We can stand out in the most amazing way possible, and we will be loved for who we are. When we get to the dance floor, we should not be afraid of what others will say to us. Instead, we just have to find the music that we love and dance to it. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in our next Read Aloud experience. Bye!